multiply them together. And if we multiply our two factors together, they should equal this. If they don't, then we didn't get it right. By the way, that kind of leads into what we talked about today. Sometimes we can't factor things. And so that you might run across that today. Not on these four. All right, so here's the idea here. We know that the first have to multiply to be b squared. So what are the first things going to be? B and b. Now, we know the last things have to multiply to be 8. But this is where it can get tricky, because there are different things that multiply to be 8. For instance, 1 times 8 is 8, correct? 2 times 4 is also 8. Also, is it -1 times negative 8 also 8? Okay, so we have to kind of be careful that we don't pick anything. Then we check the outers and the inners, because the outers and the inners have to add up to be 6b. Who wants to guess? What things am I going to multiply together to get the 8? So the outers and inners will add up to be 6b. Go ahead, Bobby. Okay. And could you put a 2 here and a 4 here? Yep. And let's check our work. Let's check our work. We knew the first. Let's do outers. What is that? 2b. And the inners? 4b. What's 4b plus 2b? 6b. So this would be the factors. All right. Let's take a look at the next one. We know if it's written that this way, that it's possibly two binomials. What are going to be the first things? K and K. K and K. Now, 28. Positive 28. What are things that multiply to be 28? Well, 14 and 2, or 7 and 4, right? Or -14 and -2, or -7 and -4, because isn't a negative times negative also positive? You can't just write down one of them. They don't all work. What are the ones that will work to make this middle term true? What do you think, Caitlin?
-14 and -2.
She says -14 and -2. Now we already know -14 times -2 is 28. Let's check the outers and the inners. Outers, what do we get there? -2k. Inners? And what's -14k plus -2k? It is? Okay. Can you guys try, I'm going to give you a second to try the next one on your own. Now in this one, we get a -20 for the last. That means one of them has to be positive and one has to be negative, right? Okay. So we need a positive and negative number. The options are a 2 and 10, one positive, one negative, 1 and 20, or 5 and 4. What did you pick, Christy? Okay, she picked +5 and -4. And by the way, if you wrote the m -4 first, that's fine. You can't have m plus 4, but if you wrote the m -4 first, that order doesn't matter. Here's why it works. Let's check the outers and inners. What are the product of the outers? -4m. And the inners? 5m. What's 5m plus -4m? 1m, which is what we see for our middle term. All right, how about this one? N squared minus 13n minus 30. it's tempting at first to pick 3 and 10 because you think, oh, 3 plus 10 is 13. But it's a plus and a minus. It's not 3 and 10. Does anybody know what it is? Bobby? Plus 2 minus 15. Okay, and because we have n squared, we have outers is negative 15n, inners is 2n, and negative 15n plus 2n is negative 13n. Okay.